Good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Davia
Morning.
Shepherd from
Good
Ladies Power
morning.
Lunch, and I'd love to introduce you to some wonderful women who, during this time that is different from the times that we've encountered in the past, they're out there making sure that entrepreneurs like me and you are able to connect with the kinds of resources that can help us to weather these troubled times. I have with me Cindy. She is the president of the Central Connecticut Chamber. And I have also with me Sammi, who is the entrepreneur in residence at the New Haven Public Library. And so Cindy and Sammi, welcome. And let's start with you, Cindy. Can you tell us a little bit about what's been going on, what you've been hearing from the entrepreneurs that you're dealing with?
Certainly. Well, first of all, we are the Central Connecticut Chambers of Commerce. We represent 7 smaller chambers in our region, and we have 2 manufacturing associations that we oversee. One is the Connecticut Tooling and Machining Association, and the other one is New England Spring and Metal Stamping Association. A Chamber of Commerce is there to help business. So what we're going through now with the coronavirus and everybody working from home, we've been a resource tool, a resource guide to not only our members, which are employers, as a lot of our municipalities as well. So we've gathered and created a business resource guide. It is posted on our website, and we do daily e-news, a blast to our members that have all the pertinent information that any business, small or large, needs for perhaps funding, Department of Labor issues regarding unemployment. We're trying to locate a webinar right now for the new Family Medical Leave Act, get that out to our members, because that's coming into play in April. So I look at ourselves, Chamber of Commerce, as a resource guide for it and the community at large. My phone's always ringing for assistance or help in some form or fashion. And we're well connected with the municipalities in which we serve, the areas that we serve, because we also filter our information to them so they can get it out to their public. So that's what we've been working on. Even yesterday, we fielded a phone call from a long-term care facility. They are also in need of the protective gear. You're hearing all the hospitals are wanting it, and they're feeling like they may be left out. So we put a blast out to our membership saying, if you're making donations to the hospitals, don't forget your senior living centers. Those are the types of things. Or a manufacturer here in our area is essential, and they called me wanted to know what other manufacturers were doing to protect their employees while being productive at their stuff out. So I love the sharing of ideas, and so that's how I look at ourselves.
Excellent, excellent. And what would you say is the number one question that you've been getting from business owners that have been reaching out to you?
You know, they're all concerned about keeping their doors open and about the funding. So, and I'll give you our website. It's www.centralctchambers.org, and on our homepage is a link that says coronavirus business resource guide. And everything there as new as what happened last night with the vote, with the president and all of that, the stimulus package coming down, the bridge loan coming down, everything will be updated today, because we're just getting information on all of that right now. The SBA, the DECD, all of those needed links for employers are there. And that's the biggest thing, is how are we going to weather this? How are we going to get our employees paid? And everybody's concerned about that.
Yes, that makes sense. Sammi, how about down by the shoreline? How are things going?
Oh, it's tough everywhere. As the entrepreneur residents at the New Haven Free Public Library, we are looking to expand our services to an online virtual platform starting this week, this Thursday. So hopefully by tomorrow we'll get something. But by next week, we're looking to be providing those business consultative services that we were providing, along with the weekly presentations. And we also have a creative in residence. I'm the entrepreneur in residence. There's a creative in residence. That's Joel Calloway. So we'll look and see what he's going to be providing to entrepreneurs and creatives in that space also in a virtual world that we're
Yeah.
basically in now.
Yes, it's interesting because I feel as though even though we are social distancing, and I'm at work, guys, because we
So am
are,
I.
yes, we are essential services. Our job right now is to keep patients in pain out of the hospitals and out of the urgent care centers, because those have to be dedicated right now for patients who have respiratory symptoms. And so
Yeah.
we're here and we're open, but we are only supposed to be seeing acute care patients. So as you can imagine, our business is scaled down significantly, and we're
Yeah.
working a lot through telemedicine and that sort of thing. So it's different times, definitely, and I can totally understand what you're saying about entrepreneurs kind of having questions about how to keep their doors open and what is available to them. So Cindy, what's the number one thing you would suggest, aside from just checking in on your website? And you can post that in the chat if you'd like to, and that way we can
I will do
share it with everybody. But what's the number one thing that you would suggest entrepreneurs start doing right now?
Well, for any business has a banker of some form or fashion, whether it be, your typical bank or credit union, some kind of lending source that got them to open their doors. Pick up the phone and call them and talk to your local banker, because everything that we're telling you, they're well educated in everything that they can offer their client. Their goal is to keep their clients up and running as well. And if they can't do lending or loaning, they may know something about the bridge lending that's coming out, SBA, any of those types of things. A well-educated banker is going to be able to offer all of that to their client. And we have talked to all of our bankers in the area. They're all members of my chamber. So on our website as well, we put together all the local bankers' information, their hotlines, their information, and they're all willing to help, because we're in, like everybody keeps saying, we're in this together, and nobody wants anybody's doors to be shut. We're small business is the backbone of America. I mean, I love going to the local coffee shop and and the retail stores and all of those things. Our motto is chamber first, shop local. I mean, we're all about that. So it's hard to see the little coffee shop around the corner or the little deli struggling. And I'm a small business, and I have 5 employees. I had to lay off 1 full-time and 1 part-time. I'm no different than the small business down the street. Does it hurt me to do that? Absolutely. But it's, they're furloughed, and we'll see what tomorrow will bring. And, we have had phone calls amongst all of the chambers. Yesterday, all of chambers from all over Connecticut have gotten on. We're comparing notes. What are you doing? What are you doing? Some of the bigger chambers have the wherewithal to do a little bit more, and I'm sharing my marketing director's information to the smaller chambers that just don't have that capabilities of pulling those resource tools together. There's a lot of sharing going on, which is wonderful.
I think one of the things that, I'm sorry, Sammi. I think one of the things that's really interesting about what's happening right now is that people are really coming together. People are really sharing resources. And maybe in a way, we're staying socially distanced, certainly, but definitely more connected than we were before this happened. So not saying that this is a great thing that's happening, but there's definitely some upside to all that's going on. Sammi, you were saying, I'm sorry, I think I cut you off.
No, just to go along with what Cindy was saying, stay connected with your chambers. As I'm on the shoreline, I'm a member of the Greater New Haven Chamber, Quinnipiac Chamber, and they're constantly sending emails of conference calls with the governor and with other people in legislation, where the small business owners can get on the phone and they can tell them what they want. because what I've been hearing from my small business owners is, you know, the no interest loans or low interest loans are great, but they need cash. And if they're going to keep their doors open, they don't have time to wait to
Yeah,
apply
right.
for a loan, have the loan come through, and then hopefully bring the staff back. They need cash now. And
Yep.
I think messages like that of real business, small business owners, you talk about the mom and pop shops, the coffee shops, these are real messages that I'm getting from people that sound very desperate right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like you said, Cindy, they are laying people off. I have family that are being laid off and they're furloughed right now. It's hitting everybody
Mm-hmm.
in some way. And I think it's really important to keep those real conversations going and not to kind of sugarcoat it and say, we're gonna get through it and everything's positive, because it's not positive right now. The loans that are out, they came out, you're able to apply for them starting today. So if you are interested in the loans, they are available. Like Cindy said, talk to your banker, get online, go to the
Yep.
SBA, go to the different state resources and see how you can access those loans. Otherwise, use your voice and let the governor know, let the state know what you really need as a small business owner and where you're struggling. But in my different communities that I'm in, I'm getting surveys, at least 2 to 3 surveys a day from larger organizations asking what, you know, information from the small business owners. They want to know, have you had to fire people? Are people laid off? How are you expecting a reduction in income? How is this going to impact your business? So make sure you're on these mailing lists. Go to the different websites, get on the mailing list so that you can have a voice and they can hear from you.
I agree.
I think this is a good reminder to all of us who are business owners that being a part of and being active in local chambers is really the way to go, because
It is.
when it hits the fan, it's the chambers that are here for us and that are advocating for us and that are making sure that,
Thank you.
no, but it's true,
I
making
think so. I
sure
mean, I've been in
that,
this world for so long, and it's like, I love the world because what we're doing is we're helping people, helping
Mhm.
business.
Absolutely. I would also say that, you know, there are also, it's really good to have people like Sammi, because with people having questions and entrepreneurs trying to figure out how to pivot their businesses in this time, being able to have an entrepreneur in residence that they can reach out to and talk to about how best to make this happen is great. So Sammi, if you want to pop in the chat your contact information so that people can reach out to you if they need to, that would be great
Absolutely.
too. Yeah. I have a very dear friend who, her name is Liz Detterer. She helps us to coordinate some of the events that we do. And one of the things that she said to me as soon as all of this started was, she said to me, just what you said earlier, call your creditors, get them on the phone and start having the conversations about, you know, what this really means in a dollars and cents way. And that was such valuable information, because the freedom that you get from being able to talk to your bank is amazing. It really gets you from feeling this sense of panic to feeling the sense of, okay, we're on the right track. There are things that can be done and let's get into action on them. And, you know, one of the second things that she said too is start calling your clients, really reaching out to them, not in a way of trying to get them to come in for business, but certainly in a way to see how they are doing. Because I promise you, this will all be over. Like Liz says, every storm has an end, every storm runs out of rain. This is not going to be forever, but I promise you, your customers, your clients, your patients, they will remember who reached out to them and who checked in on them when all this was going on. They will remember that sort of thing
Totally agree.
when the time comes. So I think that's really valuable information. Guys, thanks so much for sharing with us today. And you know, I'm gonna post this in are all our different social media groups with all the different business groups that I am a part of. And I'm going to just give them the opportunity to be able to connect with you, Sammi, down on the shoreline. It doesn't have to be shoreline people who will connect with you, right?
No.
It can
Anybody.
be just any entrepreneur. And the same thing for you, Cindy.
Anybody.
It could be entrepreneurs or business owners anywhere in Connecticut.
It
As
doesn't
long
matter.
as they want to talk to a chamber, they can talk to you and you can direct them in the right place.
So in the comments, I just want to let you know, I put in the Calendly link.
Okay.
That's the link that people can use to schedule a consultation with the entrepreneur residents through
Yes.
the New Haven Free Public Library. They're
Excellent.
tracking all that because we want to make sure we're providing services to the community. So use that link to schedule. And my email is also there. Contact me.
Excellent.
I sent all my contact info as well.
Excellent.
Devia, thank you. Sam, very nice to meet you.
Yes,
I
nice to meet you also.
appreciate you guys coming on. Is there anything you guys wanted to say in closing?
Oh, stay well, everyone. Be safe.
Yes.
Shop small, shop local.
Yeah, shop local. Yep. Buy those gift cards and food to go.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Keep supporting those restaurants. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stop the recording now, but thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Bye. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Bye.